This is the set that I created for today's video. So if you're interested in seeing how I create this video, stay tuned till the end, bestie. Well, hello, my beautiful besties. It's your girl, Nelly. If you're part of my nail crew, welcome back. And if you're not, consider subscribing right now and become part of my amazing nail crew. I'm super excited for today's set. I'm going to start by showing you the acrylics that I'm going to be using in today's set. And the first two that I'm going to show you are from Dynamic, and these ones are for $6, pretty affordable. The link is in the description box, and those are the names. I'm also going to be using Mystic Acrylics. Now, I found this beautiful glitter, and I'm going to use another cover color that I purchased from Mystic Acrylics. Link also in the description box. Those are the names of the acrylics. And I'm going to be doing some 3D flowers. That's why I'm going to use the dynamic acrylics for. And this one I created myself. And I'm going to use it just for some shading. Here I had already applied my tips, my peel off method, my acrylic over it in case I bump the nails and so they don't come off. And we have a special guest. So here she is. She is beautiful. She is gorgeous. She used to be a button. So I cut the piece that it was right there, which is what made it a button. And I'm going to use it as a nail charm. So isn't she gorgeous? I love her. So let's jump right into this video. So I'm not going to be talking a lot about the application. I want to talk about life in general. And I figure, talk about something different while I do my nails, something that people can relate to, especially nowadays. And it's something that I have had in my heart for a while. And so hear me out, okay? Life is hard, for everybody. And I can definitely, understand if you're having a hard time. I can understand because I've been there. I've been there many times. And actually, nails is a coping mechanism for me. And I love doing nails. In fact, there was a time where I was very physically ill and I couldn't do nails. So what did that get me? I fell in a very deep depression. And I found myself many times crying because I couldn't do the one thing I love. I do have my regular job. A lot of you know that I am a pharmacy tech. I'm not a nail tech. I just decided to start to do nails, and I started my nail journey, and then I started my YouTube channel, and here we are. I do like to do tutorials. However, I also like to inspire people in many ways, not just with nails. I'm the type of person that, I know, excuse me. I know sometimes I can come across a little intimidating to some people, which, by the way, has saved me from a lot of drama that happens in this industry. And I'm grateful for that because I don't need that in my life. Nope. But I'm a very humble person. I'm a very friendly person. I, there's I don't try to surround myself around a lot of people. My circle is very small. And the reason it's small is because I pick and choose people that are going to bring value to my life, people who are going to bring joy to my life, not drama, not gossiping, not criticism, not none of that negative stuff. Like I don't want that. I don't need that. No. So again, once again, I'm a very nice, friendly person. I'm an all good vibes type of person. And the reason for that, it's life. Life has taught me a lot of things, and especially the moment I started, my healing journey. I'm a very down to earth person. Like, I will tell you how it is. Um, and, you know, always with respect, of course. But then again, like, I don't open up myself to a lot of people. And the only way I do that, or the only time I do that, is through videos like this one, for example. So, in throughout my entire healing journey, the one thing I had to learn was to be alone, to separate myself from people. And this is not because I didn't want people around me. And I know a lot of people, or a few people, actually took that the wrong way. It's not because of anything in particular. It's just because when you need to heal, you need to be by yourself. By yourself, meaning not necessarily totally and completely alone, because I mean, I have kids, work, I'm surrounded by people, meaning alone with my thoughts, alone with my feelings. You need to learn how to know yourself and learn the things that trigger you, learn the things that bring you peace, learn the things that you love, learn the things that you don't. And that way you kind of get into this different set of mind, and it really levels you up to a point where you don't excuse me, you don't need anybody's validation. And there's a lot of people out there that seek validation so bad, and I was there myself. Like, I got to a point, where if I felt that I offended someone, or if I felt like I did something wrong, I would like be so freaked out about it, and I learned something from that, when it comes to people that are close to you, or so-called close to you. If you need to walk on eggshells, or feel like you have to be careful with the things that you say to XY person, then that's not really your friend. And you know what I'm saying? I had to learn that the hard way. The person who is your friend, or wants to be your friend, will accept you the way you are, and will take your constructive criticism as an advice, as a, I'm teaching you this because I'm trying to prevent you from going through that, hard time that I went through, or I'm trying to protect you in some way, or I'm trying to help you in some way. Another thing that I learned was, when it comes to me personally, is who to really have around me. If Because unfortunately in this industry, there's a lot of people that just want to take, and have nothing to give. Whatever they say they have to give is from their mouth. Like, we have a saying in Spanish, de la boca para afuera. So, like, from the mouth out. Pretty much that's how it's translated, even though it makes no sense in English. And you have to surround yourself with people that are willing to pour into you, pour good vibes, and pour, you know, um, healing vibes and good vibes towards you. And those are the people that you should learn to keep around. And that's why, going back to what I was saying earlier, sometimes it's good to be alone. And it's okay. It's uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. Oh my God, it was a very hard time for me, because I don't like being alone, but I had to be alone in order for me to learn those things. And another advice that I like to give is if you're going through a tough moment, whether it's family or with friends, because this applies to every relationship. It's friendship, relationships, your relationship with your family, whoever. Sit back and watch. And you're going to see a lot of things. You're going to see a lot of things in people. And I learned that. I learned that a while ago, and it has helped me out a lot. I've seen so many fake people, and I can just point them out the second they it's like you can sense it. It's a vibe that you can sense off of people. So that's why I said you kind of level up, because spiritually you grow. And it took a lot of walking. I did a lot of walking. It took a lot of meditating. It took a lot of reading. It took a lot of video watching on self growth and all of that. But it helped me. And I hope that, this video helps you too, because technically that's what I'm trying to do. I know there's someone out there who might need to hear this. It's okay to be alone sometimes, because, it'll open up your eyes. And like I said, there's a lot of fake people out here that will just want to take and take and take. And they come across with a facade that, oh, I want to be your friend. I want, I'm going to do this for you and do that for you. And then you see them asking. And then you see the condition of their gift. I don't want that, honestly. If your gift comes with an intention behind it, like a personal, selfish reason behind it, I don't want it. I mean, I think that's why people don't send me anything, really. And I'm fine with it, because it has shielded me from a lot of problems. Because the same way I can say things in a nice way, I can say them in a bad way as well. So that's why I said I know I can come across to some people as intimidating, but I know when to say or stop things. You know what I'm saying? So just know that you're not alone in your healing journey, and it's okay to be alone. Meaning you're not alone as in you're not the only person. And it's okay to be alone, because it'll help you. Now, if you need to talk to someone, reach out to someone, definitely do so. I mean, people are not mind readers. We are sometimes so caught up in our own little world, in our own problems, that we don't really notice when someone is going through something. But, if there's a word of advice, I'll give you a word of advice. If there's anything I can do or say to help, I will do that. I will gladly do that. So with that being said, let's jump right back into these nails. So this is me encapsulating the nails. I am using Melody Susie's clear. I love this clear. I use it all the time. As you can see, you're going to see me constantly wipe the side walls of the nail, because I want to concentrate the product where it should be, the center of the nail. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. I will try my best to answer your questions. I hope that, whatever I was rumbling about earlier, it helps somebody that, needs it. So here I'm placing my second bead, and this is actually when I'm encapsulating, that's when I concentrate on the actual structure of the nail. I don't focus on the structure of the nail when I'm applying the glitter or the nude color. I just encapsulate it with clear, and that's when I focus on the actual structure. That's why you see me that I'm turning my finger in every direction, and that's really very helpful. So if you have not tried that yet, I think that you should, because again, it'll be very helpful. For my cuticle bead, I do drain it before. That's why you saw me tap the brush on the opposite side to kind of remove a little bit of the monomer left in the brush, and that allows me to have a better application. So what I did was I just pushed the product up to my cuticle area, and then I make sure that area is set, and then I start to brush the product down. And as you can see, I have a nice apex for the length of the nails. It's very, very important, depending on the length of your nail, that you have a healthy apex. So keep that in mind. So now this is what the nails look like after they have been fully encapsulated. I'm not going to do the filing process on camera because not a lot of people like it. So this is what the nails look like after shaping and filing. Excuse me that I keep clearing my throat, but I'm trying to talk through the entire video because I don't want any music. So it's bling time, bestie. So as usual, this is the bling gel that I like to use as LGNPRO. The link is always in my description. And here is our special guest. So I was super, super excited. I actually did a set just like this one, or not just like this one, but very similar to this one last year. And if you ask yourself, well, if you did it last year, why are you doing it this year? Well, because each year I try to bring it up a notch. I always try to find a way to make the set look better. And I think I was able to achieve that with this set. As you saw, these spikes are not cooperating with me. That was a hard time. Oh, this video is sped up. So yeah, I did 2 flowers. As you can see, they're flying all over the place. Oh my God, I was getting a little bit annoyed, but it was so worth it. I don't care. It was worth it. I love them. I love this set very, very much. I'm very, very proud of this set. It took me hours. If I had done this in a live video, oof. Of course, the good thing about recording is that I can take breaks, and I do that constantly. Like, I take at least 3 coffee breaks. Oh God. And then, for the most part, I really didn't know what to do exactly. I knew I wanted to do a B set, but I didn't had it quite figured out in my brain yet. I was just going with the flow. So I will do some 3D flowers with the Dynamics acrylics, and you're gonna see me do 1 flower. However, I do the other flower off camera. And I did added 2 leaves to the set, but I didn't show you that part because it's technically the same way, that I do the petals of the flowers. Excuse the noise. That's probably somebody driving by with their music super loud. Anyways, so with Dynamics acrylics, once I lay out the bead, I do release a little bit of the monomer left in the brush onto the bead. And then I go in and I leave it there, setting a little bit. I do pour a little bit of acetone into my monomer. And that allows me to have the bead set faster. However, because Dynamic Acrylics is so beginner friendly, like, you can work with it a little bit longer than other acrylics. I think that's why I have to wait just a few extra seconds for it to set a little bit. And I had a very hard time doing the red nails flowers. By the time I upload this video, I think I will post that video first. So you will probably know what I'm talking about, hopefully. If you don't know, then go back and look for that video. I had such a hard time because I did use Dynamic Acrylic for that flower, and it was a hot mess. But then again, not every set is perfect and I'm completely fine with it. So what I do is I did the top petal, I did the bottom one. Now I'm going to do the center one. The reason for that is because I want to make sure that all 4 petals are placed correctly, or like, I don't know, cois. I don't even know how to word it out, but in a way that it looks good. That's the best way I could say it. Well, you know. So I do work on this petal. Now I will explain something that you will see a little, just in a few seconds. You're going to see that. I was practicing doing flowers. You know, you have to practice. It's not just, your sets are not going to come out perfect just by asking questions. You have to put in the work. Like, you have to sit and practice. You have to do the work. It's not just asking questions. I can answer as many questions as you have. That doesn't mean that your set is going to come out your second, third, fourth, fifth time perfect. You have to put in the work. So I do practice from time to time with different acrylics, and that's why I'm being very specific when it comes to this particular acrylic, because it has happened to me before. So what I'm trying to say is, different acrylics work differently. Obviously, a lot of people know that. So when it comes to flowers, it's just, you know, it's a whole different ball game. Like, you have to know your liquid to powder ratio, and obviously it's a smaller brush, so it's a lot different. So I did watch a couple of videos. I was trying to do two-tone flowers, and it was not looking good, bestie. I have to admit to that. It was not looking good. So at this point, you're gonna see that that's when I grabbed this color, and I made that color myself. I will be going live soon. Well, by the time I upload this video, I had already done the live. So you might want to go and check out my lives, and you can see everything in real time. All I'm doing is some shading, and I just apply the smallest bead possible, and I kind of fade it out throughout the petal of the flower. And you don't really see it very well right now, but when you see that finished look, bestie, when you see that finished look, bestie, you're gonna see it because it looks so beautiful. I'm so proud of this set. Every year I have a goal. My goal is to make my nails better than I did the year before. And I think that's the reason why I keep them. When I remove the sets, when I remove the nails, I purchased some, blank canvas from, I think it was Dollar Tree. They come 2 in a pack for like $5. And I use hot glue, and I place them there, and I have them right there on my wall to remind me of my progress. And I think that's something that you should do too, because you really see a difference. So every year I kind of sometimes do the same sets I did the year before, but it's only with the purpose of leveling the set up a little bit, doing something different, doing something extra, doing something more beautiful. So I think that I achieved that, and that's why I'm so hyped, and I'm so excited, and I'm so proud of myself. And you should be proud of yourself as well, because you're doing your own sets. You're doing this yourself. You didn't go to school for it. You are just going to YouTube University like I did. That's how I call it, YouTube University. So I'm sorry that I'm rambling throughout the video. I did wanted to bring some positive vibes to, my message today. I hope that I was able to achieve that. Here I'm just applying some bling, and this is really like my moment. I used to place my rhinestone placements. I usually would put them like specifically the way I wanted them to go on my nails, I would put them like in place on a on a palette. I no longer do that. I just freestyle everything. So it's kind of interesting because I mean, yeah, it takes time. And I think that's a good thing that I'm just doing this in a video and I don't show you that part. And if I was to go live, you would see that it takes a long time for bling placement depending on what you're doing. And I have shown that in previous lives. So definitely check out my live so you can see how long it takes me. Here I put a thicker gel because this is where our beautiful guest is going to be placed. So she was dancing there a little bit and I was kind of fighting with her a little bit, but I had to flash cure her. So I make sure to hold her, you know, in a stable position, straight. And I flash cured her on both sides for a few seconds. And then I stick my hand under the light. And then I went on to the next nail. So I think for bling, I think this was the last nail that I showed you, and I did the other two nails off camera because I know these videos are long and you know, not a lot of people watch the videos, like the entire video, and I get it. It's fine with me. But if you're enjoying the video, at least, you know, it takes time. It takes a lot of effort. Give this video a like, please. Comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts at least. You know, let me know if there's something you didn't like. Let me know if there's something you like the most. I know a lot of people are going to complain about the length of the nail, but that's what I do. I like long nails. I don't wear them for work. I used to though. I used to wear my sets for work, but I no longer do that. That's why I use a PLF base coat for it. I got so used to wearing my short nails, as you can see on my left hand, that yeah, it was kind of hard last time I wore my nails for work. It was quite interesting actually. So we're getting near the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed every second. I hope you were able to learn something and I was able to help in any way. And if I did, please do let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your story or read about it in the comments. If you want to do that, you're not obligated to do that. So I will point something out about this nail though. I was so confident about the placement of this rhinestones that I forgot that I should, before cure this, I should have, you know, turn my nails like towards, like if I was showing them to somebody. Because here it looks straight, but when after I cured it, I noticed that the placement was a little bit to the right and I was like, oh God. But anyways, you made it to the end of the video. After I cure this, here is the finished look. It was such a beautiful day outside and I had to go outside and show you this set in the sunlight because there's no other way to show you this set but outside. It's a gorgeous set. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Again, leave me a comment, share if you find it helpful, like this video, and please do subscribe if you like my content. Turn on your post notification bell so you don't miss any other videos. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Mwah! I love you. Bye.